Hi everyone, welcome to Impact Pilates YouTube channel. My name is Amanda. For today's workout, today I have a hip-focused workout. So we're going to be working on really just building strength through the outer hip, glute medius muscle. Okay, so the workout's going to take place side lying, coming up into like a modified side plank, and then up standing. So focusing on building strength through the side, because the glute medius muscle is a muscle when strengthened really helps us build a sense of support through the pelvis that will help alleviate SI, joint pain, low back pain, knee pain, especially if you're a runner, and also just help with overall posture through our spine, okay? Because we're building a stronger structure to help stabilize and support our pelvis, therefore our spine as well. Okay, so it's going to be a shorter workout, isolated, really focusing on building strength through the outer hip. So let's take it down to the side. We're going to start in a side lying position. So if you have a block or a pillow, you can certainly put a block or pillow underneath your head, or you can bend your elbow and cradle your head in your arm, or reach that arm straight and go along here. We're going to have the knees bent, and we're going to start at like making a 90 degree angle at your hip and at your knee. And I want you to take a moment, peek down. Try to find where your pelvis and your rib cage are lined up with each other. So you're feeling like your spine is in a nice long neutral line. You have a gentle lift up through the bottom oblique, so you can feel that top hip reaching away from you. And you feel just a gentle wrapping in around the rib cage, the transverse abdominis, and a lift up through the pelvic floor, okay? So you can see the difference between here, an active position, or just kind of sinking down to the floor, right? So I want you to find that nice active position. And then we're gonna start with the top leg, keeping the foot flexed. On the exhale, we're gonna press our leg up. So we're just lifting it off the bottom leg, almost like you're pushing up with the top leg, pushing down with the bottom leg. And you're going to get this feeling again later in class. So kind of notice it now. And then we inhale, lower the leg down. And there'd be an exhale to push up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, we push up. And if you peek down, you're not able to see your ankle because you're keeping that alignment through the hip, knee, and ankle the entire time. We're pressing up and down. It's going to start off not so bad, and we just might start feeling some heat through that outer glute muscle. Lift and down. This is 4. Down. This is 3. Down. Up 2. Down. Up 1. We're going to hold it here. Now from that hip joint, we're drawing little circles. So we're lifting up and around. So we're keeping the femur, which is the biggest thigh bone, nice and parallel. We're just feeling again from the hip, which is down here, right off the pelvis, feeling those small circular motions and keeping that resistance out. This is 3. Circle 2, circle 1, and then we're going to reverse that circle. We're going back up forward. And we're always focusing on getting that mobility through the hip joint, but really keeping the connection and stability through the pelvis. This is 3. This is 2. This is 1. From here, now we're going to straighten the knee. So the quad is pulling up. The knee is nice and straight. So I just lengthen that lever now. So my glute is maybe working a little more. And I lower the leg down here. And then I exhale, press it up. As I lower down, I'm still thinking of that gentle drawing up through the pelvic floor. Again, almost like when I come down, I'm squeezing like a tennis ball. So I'm not just letting my leg collapse down, but I'm feeling that drawing up. Thinking of the hip joint really three-dimensionally. Although we're working the outer hip, you're feeling that lift through the inner thigh, feeling that lift through the quad, the length through the hamstring. This is 4. Up. This is 3. This is 2. Press up. This is 1. We lift. We're going to hold it here. Now pushing the leg back so it's in line with your hip. And then we let it kick back forward. Exhale. Pushing back, finding that nice long line. Inhale forward. Exhale, push. Inhale forward. 3 more here. This is 3. And forward. This is 2. Good. Forward. 1 more. 1. Coming forward. Now we're reaching it back. We're going to hold it here. Now lowering down in line with the hip. Pushing it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Again, finding that stability through the pelvis. Up. Lower. Lift. Last 4 here. 4. Up. Good. 3. Lift. This is 2. Up. 1. We lift. Hold it here. Now it's a small bend in, almost going back to that hover, and this a little push back. So now I pull and I flex at the hip, connect through the glute, little press back, keeping the height of the leg the whole time. In, push, maintaining length between the rib cage and pelvis on both sides. Last 3, push back. 2, push back. 1, push back, then bend the knee coming down. Giving a little release. We're going to pull the heels now in a little more towards your sitting bone. And we're going to come up to your forearm. Okay, so again, if this is not a comfortable position for you, you can also keep this, continue on with the lower body work, but stay lying down on the mat. From here, I'm picking up through my bottom waist. So that same sensation that I had before. I'm now going to lift that bottom glute. So I'm coming up into that modified side plank with my knees bent. Now from here, that top hip, I externally rotate, lift, and then I'm lowering down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Lifting up. Good, lower down. This is 3. Down. This is 2. Down. 1. Good. Lower. Now we lower the bottom hip down. Now as we lift that bottom hip, the top leg, it presses up. So again, we have that sensation picking up, pushing away, and then everything comes back down. Exhale, push up. Little separate, only bringing that top leg as high as the hip. Exhale, we lift, push. Feeling that energy through both sides. And down, 2 more like this. Pushing up. Good. And down. Staying up. We push. Holding it here. Now that top leg, we push it back again. Push. And bend. Push. Feeling the work through that bottom hip. Push. 3 more. 3. In. 2. In. 1. In. Coming all the way down. Taking this up to standing. So now that we have on that opposite side, again, nice and active, when we're in a standing position, right, to help with balance, both of our sides has to be nice and active. So we're going to bend both knees, right? And we're going to be balancing on the left leg, pushing out with the right, all right? So again, in order to get that movement with the right leg, we have to be nice and stable through the left side. So I'm going to take both knees, I'm going to bend them. So I have a small from the side view. Hinge at the hip. So I'm sending my hips back, my spine is neutral. So I'm almost thinking of when we were laying on our side, similar position, now I'm just standing. Hands come in front of the chest, gently pressing them together. I'm going to shift my weight ever so slightly to my left leg. And now I'm just pushing my right leg out and then pulling it back in. So that same idea, I'm pushing away from the center of the body and coming in, keeping that hinge at the hip. My pelvis is staying level, equal length between the rib cage and pelvis on both sides. But again, moving from the hip and pulling in. If you want to be against a wall for this, that's perfectly fine. This is 4. Pull in. Good. This is 3. Pull in. 2 more. 2. Good. In. This is 1. Pull in from here. We're going to press out and stay, pushing that leg back. We push 6. Bend just like on the mat. 5. Bend, push 4. Push 3. 2 more. Push 2. Last one. Push. Come in. Bring that foot down. Come up to standing. Go ahead, shake out that left leg. And we're going to come all the way down to the mat, repeating this on the other side. So you can see how it kind of layers on top of each other. So we're all the way down now. Again, knees are bent. We have that little lift between the bottom oblique and the mat. Feel that top hip push away from you. Feel that gentle drawing up through the pelvic floor, that wrap around the rib cage. Making sure that the rib cage and pelvis are in line with each other. On that exhale, that top leg now pushes up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Good. 4 more here. Push up for 4. Down. 3. Down. 2 more. 2. Down. This is 1. We're going to hold it here. Circle forward. Around. This is 2. Good. 3. 4, keeping it small and controlled. 5 and 6. Reverse it here for 6. Gently feeling it. And 5. Good. 4. 3. This is 2. This is 1. Bringing that leg down. We're going to bring it straight ahead now. So we lift back up hip height, straighten the knee. Now from here, it's an inhale to lower. Exhale, push up. Lower. Lift. Keeping that lift through the oblique, length through the waist. Down, up. Good. 4. Push. 3. 2 more. 2. Good. 1. Now holding it here, we push it back. Push and forward. Good. Push. Inhale, forward. Exhale, press. Good, 3 more. 3. Good, 2 more. 2. Last one. Keep it here. Lower and lift. Down, up, lower, up. Remember, thinking about length versus height. In, lift, for 4, up, 3, lift, last 2, 2, and then we're doing those little kicks. Hold it here, we bend in, bend, push, flex, get that little extension, bend, push, 3, this is 2, this is 1, bringing that leg all the way down, coming up to the forearm. Again, hips can stay down. We have the heels back a little closer to our sits bone, so we can stay here. We can start again to feel that work through the bottom right side. We lift that bottom hip. We find that modified side plank, and then that top knee, we open, close. Open, close. Feet are staying together for the first round. 3, 2 more. Using the bottom side to keep the pelvis lifted. 1, lowering the pelvis down. Now adding the top and bottom leg. As we lift the pelvis, we press up. We inhale, lower down. We exhale, press up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, push. Inhale, down. 3 more. 3. 2 more. 2. Staying up. Exhale, lift, pushing back. 6. Good. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Coming in and lower down. Pushing up, so we're in a standing position. Finishing off, we have that bend of the knees, slight hinge at the hips, right? Then from that side view, making sure that the pubic bone, top of the pelvis is still in that same horizontal plane, drawing in through the ribs. We shift now to that right side and we push out and come down. Already feeling that work through that right side glute. Push in. Like again, we're pushing away from the center of the body with both legs. Exhale, push. Last 4 here. 4. Good. 3. 2 more. 2. We push. 1. Gonna do those little kicks. We press out, stay, push back. 6. Push. 5. 4. Good. 3. Push. 2. 1. And step down. Come up. Shaking it out. Let's do one little round down. Taking an inhale here. Exhale, nodding the chin. Letting the weight of the fingers peel the body all the way down. Getting a nice soft bend at the knees. And then on the exhale, begin to push the feet down and roll all the way up. Back to your standing position. And even standing here, Hope you can feel the work. You could already feel just that little bit of sense of support that you have through the pelvis. Hope that you enjoyed this short yet effective workout, and I hope you meet me here on the mat again soon. Thanks, guys.